All right, there we go. Hello, everyone. This thing is so hard to get in tune. Let me get this out of here. Hi, everyone. Let me get the screen out of the way. I'll just be looking at myself the entire time. If I do that, I need to look at you. Hi. It's been a bit. It's been a really long time. Well, not really. Well, since you've seen me face to face. I guess I should explain. I was wondering how to format this video because I'm not sure if I should do my job as a reviewer first or if I should explain something to the people that have already been here. But let's just assume that you've never seen my face before. And let's just assume this is your first time on the channel. In that case, welcome. My name is August Riley. I am a genderqueer pansexual music person. I like music person. That's the term I like using so much. I'm a music person. And this is going to be a very, very, very informal review of Origami Angel's Somewhere City. The 2019, I'm just going to make sure real quick. 2019 pop punk, emo pop, whatever you want to call it, masterpiece. I have kind of an embarrassing confession to make. On my Rate Your Music, I still haven't changed my Rate Your Music name from my old name to my new name because I'm lazy and I don't want to pay $5. This is my highest rated album from the Washington, D.C. area. We have to understand that there are some big names that I am putting under Origami Angel when it comes to this. Orchid is amazing, one of my favorite bands of all time. Underneath this record, Fugazi, Bad Brains, all the important DC-based hardcore punk and emo bands. I just found that so funny because when you compare DC's music, even if these bands like Bad Brains were playing mainly in the 80s, Fugazi mainly in the 90s, you compare these bands, definitely you can see a shift has changed. If we want to classify Origami Angel in nerd emo standings, Origami Angel, it sits prominently in fourth wave, but it doesn't sit comfortably. It's stimming out in its chair. Because for those that are not aware of what fourth wave emo is marked with a heightened sense of irony and pop culture, I would say, personally. Compare it to something like what I would say is like the fourth wave emo band, a band like Mom Jeans or the Front Bottoms. Typically very pathetic, lyric wise, like, you know, look at like a Front Bottom song like a Twin Size Mattress, you know, be sure to kiss your knuckles before you punch me in the face. Not to say that emo before was like refined, was like a classy gentleman, but like fourth wave definitely amped up the levels. And also looking at song titles, for an example, Now This Is Pod Racing by Mom Jeans, or in the case of Origami Angel's 2021 release, Gami Gang, Slash Trust, Spoons Rattling, names like that, which they don't really pertain to the song. This album, the album we're talking about today, Nowhere City. Wait, what? Why did I have it as Nowhere City in my notes? I suck so bad. This is why I left, because I thought I'd get good, but I did. Somewhere City, you know, it has, you know, there's song names like Dr. Hoomst or Say Less. Anyway, enough emo nerd history. So Somewhere City really sits in an interesting place within this circle, mainly because of this album's overall, for lack of a better term, vibe. This is a very happy album, especially in comparison to a lot of emo records. Again, if we go back to the song Twin Size Mattress by the Front Bottoms, you know, be sure to kiss your knuckles before you punch me in the face. Like, quick side stop. Those lines own. I love those lines, but they suck so bad. I love it. It's so good. Where's I going with this? Somewhere City is a lot more, I wouldn't want to say happy, but optimistic is probably the best term to use. You look at songs on these tracks, and it's not just about how, like, life sucks and everything's pathetic and the people around me don't actually like me for me. But even when the songs are like that, it's met with this, like, vigor of, I'm better than the people around me who don't like me. Because if you're trying to put me down, fuck you. I'm going to I know I'm a good person. I know I love myself, so I'm going to continue going on out there and being the best person I can be. And you see that optimism just come in and just boom! Just hitting all other emo tracks away. And it really makes this album, well, first off, makes me warm in me heart. Second off, it really makes it stand out from its contemporaries. Not to say that there isn't other happy emo records, but you very rarely see it this in your face. Anything like that. Though this album is fantastic lyrically speaking, the reason it ranks so high up for me, the reason that this is one of my favorite emo records, bar none, is because of the band itself. This band is tight. Like, they just get each other. And it might be a lot of studio trickery, and maybe when they play live it's not as good, because I'm not saying that to just say, oh, well, clearly they're faking. I'm not trying to say that. What I'm trying to say is that they are so on top and just here with each other that it honestly shocks me at times. Like, for an example, take the song, the title track, where after the first chorus, I believe after the first chorus, there is this extended instrumental section where they are just in sync. It increases the energy. You can see just this skill there. It's not just technically impressive to be able to be that in sync with each other, but also it's exciting, it's evocative, it's fun. It's so much fun. These unison lines are some of my favorite parts of the entire album. It just brings so much joy and light to it, and not just from a drummer / guitarist perspective, but also just from a listening point of view of, wow, these guys are just locked in, and it creates an air of confidence to these songs of, you know, if there's a unison line of both of them hitting together, hitting these hits confidently, you're like, oh, they are confident about whatever they're talking about, the lyrical stuff, whether it's getting better or helping out a friend or loving someone. It adds so much to this record, and it just makes me so happy to hear. And I mean, like, title track probably has the best unison lines, though Escape Rope also has some good stuff. I will play both of those. I wanna come back home. Okay, what else should I talk about? Fuck. This is harder than I thought it was going to be. But I suppose I should also, like, just give a rundown of all the songs. This is my first time trying to do, like, an improvised version of this. I'm trying to think of what Anthony Fantano does and how he covers stuff. I don't watch him too often. Anyways, so those are, like, the big two things that I really like that stand out about this record. I love the unison playing. I love the lyrics. I love both those things so much. But, like, there's a bunch of other tiny stuff that I like too. It's not just those two things that hold up this entire record. Everything else is really smooth. The songwriting is very, very, like, pop and uplifting, but still with that manic punk and emo energy to really, like, keep the songs gripping and interesting. From a songwriting perspective as well, there's, from the drum perspective, actually, from that perspective, there is so many little things that are being done that I really, really like. Like, I forget which one it is. Yeah, okay, so, sorry, I just checked my notes. It is 24-hour drive-through, where during the first verse, there is, you know, the drummer is just playing straight time because we need to set up the vibe of the song, the lyrics of the song, and stuff like that. But instead of just going boom doom got doom boom doom got doom, one second, let me grab some sticks to actually do this. Where's my? There they are. There. So instead of just doing a boom doom got to boom doom got to boom doom got to boom doom got to, like, there's 4 bars of that just to set it up, and then switching up to the 16th notes to be able to keep it interesting and maintain some and add some speed up while we are learning more about the song. It keeps you engaged in that way. And you see stuff like this all throughout the album, not just great drum parts that change up very slightly to be able to increase intrigue into the song, but also with the between the verses and the choruses themselves. The band seems very eager to drop something. There's a lot of really simple ideas. I'm gonna just be doing rudiments on my legs if I keep these in my hands. The band is very eager to move on to another idea, because no, not saying that this is a bad thing. Most of the ideas on this record are not the most complex things in the world. You have a chord progression, but you play it a different way the second time to be able to keep intrigue. Only on songs like the title track and I think Skeleton Key, where those riffs are just so good that it's like, yeah, no, so nice we play it twice, that you really hear the same thing being played 2 times. But with most of the other songs, there are small variations, small little changes that really add to the entire experience of the record. It makes it so much more fresh and so much more engaging than just playing the riff down twice in a row. Also, the use of dynamics I think is really interesting as well. The voice, it pretty much stays like that. You don't get too many whispers, you get a couple screams, but the way that the audio is handled, it never really gets like super loud or super above anything else. There's not a lot of clipping on this record. Which leads to the drums that are often playing very dynamically. Again, it's one of the few things drums can do. But instead of playing in like the typical like punk style of playing light, where you're instead playing on the rims of the drums, so that does happen in this record. Dynamics are a big part of the drum parts, because pretty much everything else is staying at the level. Most of the dynamic, or at the very least rhythmic differences between the guitar is letting something sustain out or chugging. One second, let me grab my guitar. I just hit the China cymbal. Don't worry. Gassed it. Stop that. This is the only instrument I have that I gave a name, but their name's Cassidy. It's gonna be out of tune, by the way. But typically, it does the punk thing, which is during the oh wow, that's so out of tune. But during the verses, it's muted, chugging along, and then by the time that you get to the chorus, and you can just, be all this pent up stuff, and then, oh my goodness, but then, I love you! I'm so sorry, that was so out of tune. Jesus Christ, get out of here, Cassidy! Ah! My bed's over there, don't worry. So you really hear this all throughout the record, and it's so cliched, it's so simple. Every punk and emo record does it. I love it. Maybe just because I like this genre a lot. But oh my gosh, I love it so much. It's just such an effective way of just doing the thing that everybody does, but doing it in a way that is confident, concise, that it can only add to the songwriting. Yeah, okay, sorry. This is my first time I've done an improvised thing. I just have some notes to go off of. So I can't be too in depth with this, but I'm just going to say a couple other things. I'm going to explain to the people who've already subscribed to me what's going on, what's going to be happening. Anyways, I just want to say the last 4 tracks on this record, Escape Rope, actually the last 5, Escape Rope, into Title Track, into Skeleton Key, into Find Your Throne, into The Air Up Here, is so good that was an EP, it would be an easy 10 on me. The back half of this record is scarily good. I don't feel like I'm ever going to be able to sniff making something half as good as some of these songs. Best riffs on the record are on here. The title track and Skeleton Key in particular are just boom, just levels above what anyone else was doing around this time, and even still today, really. Especially the title track, which has a sneaky major chord in there, there's something, it has anywhere and all, and the melody works so good. Anyway, yeah, so title track's amazing. Skeleton Key is cute. The chorus is, I hope you know everything you do is special to me. You're my skeleton key. cute, adorable. I love that song. Makes me melt. Another fantastic chorus as well. Find Your Throne is also great. Another just, again, like, especially Skeleton Key and Find Your Throne are so uplifting and happy that, like, it just makes my heart, like, I'm trying to be on my Grinch shit, but then it's making my heart grow fonder. I absolutely love it. I said in my notes, Find Your Throne is the platonic ideal of an emo song from the late 2010s. Yeah, no, straight up, good job, me, about 2 days ago. It's fantastic. It's super good. Everyone, if you have to listen to any song on this, listen to the title track, but give Find Your Throne a shot as well, too. Find Your Throne a shot as well, too. Wow, I'm so bad at this. Anyway, finally, the air up here. The final track on the record. This record does the infinity thing, where the last riff of the album flows into the first riff of the album, which you also see again in their 2021 release, Gami Gang. In this one, though, like, it does the thing, which I can imagine could either, like, really make people mad and not like something, or, if you're like me, just instantly win you over. It does the thing where all the previous melodies of the record come back, and they're played in, like, this giant medley at the very, very end. It's, just like, yes, I love that. I love that so much, and it gives this album such a great sense of finality. Yeah, no, this album's good. This album's good. This review sucks, though. It's good. Listen to it. Why would I be reviewing something if I don't want you to listen to it? Okay. With that out of the way, thank you for watching. You can leave now if you want, but if you want to stay and find out why I'm uploading videos again, if you're somebody who's already been here for a little bit, let me give a quick explanation. Over the past week, in my personal opinion, the two best music YouTubers started making videos again. Brian Kroc made a video about a TV show that I can't remember because I don't watch TV. That was really good. It was a good analysis of the theme and how it relates to Beethoven, and how we can see and predictions about what the score will be for the next season, which is cool. Codex came out with a fucking nuke, with a nuclear bomb about interpolation within pop music, with incredible visuals, incredible writing, incredible humor. Just, Codex is the GOAT. Codex is straight up the best music YouTuber right now. Just is, until I get off my ass and start working, actually working, instead of just lollygagging like I've been doing for the past year or so. So, with that, I kind of got inspired to get off my ass and start making stuff, but on my rides from work, I was thinking about, like, what do I want to do, because I've basically come to realize, like, I have, like, 6 YouTubers who really, really inspire me. Do, excluding Brian Kroc and Codex, who are, of course, the biggest inspirations of all, because they're actually doing the fucking music shit. And that's John Boyce, Tim Rogers, Hazel, Regular Car Reviews, Bobby Broccoli, and... wait, I'm forgetting someone. Let's just say 5 then. Yeah, 5. That's good. Bobby Broccoli, Hazel... oh, Steak Bentley! That's who it was! Steak Bentley! Fantastic. If you haven't watched Metal Gear Solid 4 as a mistake, you have to. It's recommended watching for me. Required watching for me. That's the one I'm supposed to say. And out of those 6, I was like, fuck, these people make such good videos. But the common thread between them is that it's all not music. John Boyce is about sports, mainly. Tim Rogers talks about video games. Hazel talks about video games and anime. Bobby Broccoli makes documentaries about physics. Regular Car Reviews, it's car reviews. And Steak, video games and anime. Again, and I don't want to be, like, salty here. But I know if Hazel made a Brave Little Abacus video, it would break the world in half. It would be fucking amazing. It'd be so good. And it just kind of made me a little bit sad, because I love music, and a lot. I really, really like music. I mean, why else would I have bought a harp? You can't even see all the other instruments behind you. but like, I have a lot of instruments in this room, and I love music to death, and I want to learn as much as possible. And to do that, I think I need to listen to as much as possible. And to do that, well, best to help me motivate myself to do that, I should tell you about what I like, so that way I can sit down with music and then have to understand what I like about something, what I don't like about something, and relate it back. So, I wanted to try something. I wanted to try and come back and make some videos and just be a music YouTuber and try and... Basically, I want to steal Anthony Fantano's title of the internet's busiest music nerd, and I want to be that. So, with that, I want to try and attack from 4 different points of view. I want to try and make daily uploads, just talking about music that I like in this style. Camera, microphone, light, and my thoughts, and maybe some notes over here to help me do good with me in editing, giving you audio examples of what's going on. Number 2, I want to try and make video essays again. Like, this is much more being inspired by like Hazel, Steak Bentley, people like that, of being able to say, hey everyone, here's a topic in music that I think is interesting, and then going off about that. 3, I want to try and make documentaries. I have... There she is. I bought this Anthology of Emo Volume 1. Volume 2 is somewhere. I need to scan those books for my friends, but I'm lazy, so I'll do it eventually. I have plans on making a documentary about emo music, in the style of John Boyce or Bobby Broccoli. That will come out, hopefully, maybe like early next year. I really want to make sure that one's good. And then on top of that, I also want to try and make Tim Rogers style really, really long video essays. Again, that might come out by maybe the end of the year, maybe a little bit longer. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to make a comeback because the people that came back are making shit that's so good. And honestly, how much time do I have left? Okay, the camera might die by the time that I say this, so I'm just gonna try and make this quick. So many people have said so many nice things about me that it fucks me up, straight up, legitimately, because I am not used to saying nice things about myself. Not even in like I'm depressed way, even though I typically am. For a brief moment, I just want to thank the 3 Alexes in my life. You know which ones you are. We have to joke, we call it there's Alex, other Alex, and the other Alex. But Alex, you each know who you are, and I want to thank you for helping me out and giving me positive reinforcement and saying that my shit's good. That really does mean a lot to me. I want to thank Stefan for constantly being the kindest, sweetest person in the world. Next review will be I wrote haikus about cannibalism in your yearbook. I promise. I promise that, because I promised that to him like fucking back when I was actually uploading on a near weekly schedule. I want to thank everyone from Daily for being incredibly kind and sweet. There's one person in particular who I now need to go and find. Give me one moment. I need to remember her name because she gave me one of the biggest compliments in the world. Okay, let's see. Stefan, all of Daily. Who the fuck am I forgetting? I feel like I'm forgetting other people. I'm definitely forgetting other people. I want to thank my sister, SG. If you didn't know, we did a podcast together about Homestuck called This Podcast Contains Spoilers for Homestuck. She has been the constant beacon of love in my life, the person who has always been able to just ground me, make me understand if I'm a good person or a bad person. Like, she's just incredible. Just Beach, that's who she is. Okay, and then out of nowhere, oh, what the fuck am I thinking? How am I forgetting this? Okay, well, I'll talk about Jess first. So Jess Beach came out of nowhere. Just came out of fucking nowhere. And like, just off of the 17776 videos, my videos about John Boyce, and was like, you're so good, oh my god, this is amazing. I'm just like, thank you. Like, that really meant a lot. And then this is about 4 months ago, went on my update video that I made about a year ago and just said, hey dude, I like the way you talk, I like the way you write, can I support you on Patreon? Now, this also leads into the person I really need to thank, Ash. If you're watching this, I'm promising you this right now. Ash was my $10 a month patron for, I think, a year. Like, and I also want to thank Nico as well for also giving me $1 a month, even though Nico forgot that they were doing that. It's cool. Don't worry, bro. You're tight as fuck. I love you, dude. Ash, you are one of the kindest, sweetest, coolest people I know. It's always funny to run into you and we're at like Homestuck events and stuff like that. You're amazing. You're so fucking kind and cool, and I want to thank you so much for supporting me for all that time, even when there was no content coming out that like appealed to you, because you didn't even like music and yet you stayed around because I made a good 17776 video. So like, I want to thank you for that, and because of that, I promise sometime soon-ish, maybe give me like 2 months, I will have a video out about the Tim Tebow Chronicles, and I can close up the John Boyce trilogy, because you deserve that video. I just put it off for so long because, again, I'm lazy and I suck. And I also graduated college and I'm now working a full-time job. So, like, I mean, I guess there's kind of a barrier of excuse for me. But anyway, this person, Jess Beach, came out of nowhere and said, hey, you shut your Twitter down. You don't have a Patreon anymore. I want to encourage you to do shit. To which I was then like, thank you, Jess, but I'm trying to make something that's real. I only want to speak truth. And Jess was like, shut the fuck up, nerd. Make something. She didn't say that. But you were like, make something. Make something, because you talk good and you're interesting about it. So, like, Jess hit me like with a baseball bat, and I was just like, oh fuck, now I have to like work. Because people believe in me. That's the fucking scary thing to me. People believe in me. They see the shit that I think is bad and they say it's good. And who's right in that moment? Is it me? Is it them? I don't know. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna try and make daily uploads again, just simple shit like this. If you like stuff like this, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna be making more substantial stuff. Hopefully, I'll try and I've been working on a script right now. I'll try and have it out by like maybe like on like Monday or something. And then yeah, just longer video essay style stuff that requires a lot of research should also be happening sometime soonish. So